cowboy needs a horse, needs a horse, needs a horse. And a cowboy needs a hat, needs a hat, needs a hat.
What's up, guys? I'm Ruins Rolled, and you're watching Discord Deputy. Today we got something really special to present. I'm going to talk about the girl who broke my heart and destroyed it. Just kidding. Elise, I have never been in love with you, or will ever be in love with you. I don't like you. You're not a good person. In this episode of Discord Deputy, we are going to talk about the narcissistic, sadistic, Italian sex pervert known as Elise. We at Discord Deputy want to confirm that everything said in this video is 100% factually accurate with proof, unless we specifically say it's not. And in those cases, we're just filling in the blanks with the knowledge we have. No screenshots were photoshopped or edited in any way. These are all real things that have been said. This is not harassment or bullying. It's the truth. Raindrops are falling on my head. Elise the Starseeker is a Discord user that joined CBF like March of 2019, and she was known as the wholesome person because she tried to act like she's innocent and naive all the time. I honestly thought she was super young or mentally challenged or something, but as time went on, everyone started to see that the image she was trying to portray was not who she really was. Apparently she tried to mimic people from my friend group, The Boys, and people on CBF, and she says that that's what turned her into a worse person. But that's simply not true. Some stupid Discord server don't make you go from being all like, oh, sex is wrong, to being like this. Now keep in mind, there's nothing wrong with being horny, but when you act like you never have been and act like you always have the moral high ground, that's when you become a lying. Bruh. Point is, she's always been like this. She's been lying and manipulating from the beginning. Ali is someone Elise started dating like 8 or 9 months ago, and is supposedly, the love of her life. However, they've almost broken up like 9 times since they've been dating, and apparently she's cheated on him with this guy named Jason. She also did a bunch of weird and perverted stuff on ifunny official Discord behind Ali's back, and he still doesn't know about that to this day. But again, we'll get into that later. And my thing is that if she's hiding that from Ali, what else is she hiding, From an outside point of view, it just seems like there's a lot of messed up stuff going on behind his back that he doesn't know about, and I just really feel bad for him. Bruh, 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 bruh. Elise is a legit narcissist. Like, I'm 95% sure. And if she's not, she's messed up in the head in some way. Let's take a look at this chart here and see what applies to her. Self-centered. Yup. Sense of entitlement or superiority. Yup. Lack of empathy. Yup. Manipulative or controlling. Yup. Strong need for admiration. Yes. Elise has shown all these traits in the past. It's literally just a description of her, it seems like. I'm not a doctor, but bruh. The difference is someone like Rory, who jokes that he's better than everybody, is at the end of the day, he treats his friends with respect and like they're people. Elise does not do this. Another thing that adds to her narcissism or God complex is that she views like her friends and peers and stuff as toys or something.
Is the specimen ready for cleaning?
Believe it or not, I'm not the biggest expert on this topic. There is someone who knows more than I do. And I'm gonna let him talk for a little bit because I'm legitimately feeling sick to my stomach. For once, we have an Indian guy who's not unboxing the newest Android.
This is a Chinese phone.
Alright, Roger here, and it's time to be treacherous as always. Elise the Starseeker is a symbiote. She's controlling, she lacks empathy, and she views her friends as possessions.
What the hell is this?
You see, she thinks we're all like toys. were just made to entertain her. Maybe give her a laugh or two, but, you know, when she's done with us, you can just throw us aside.
Oh, I forgot. You're broken. I don't want to play with you anymore.
She sees our problems as flaws, things that just need to be fixed. And here's some proof of that. You see, you can't just fix people. It doesn't work like that. People aren't objects. Your friends aren't possessions. You know, more evidence of that is that she can't even be insulted, which probably just goes against her worldview that, you know, she's perfect, everything revolves around her, and no one should have any bad feelings towards her. Crazy, right? I mean, I'm sure someone else can explain narcissism better than me, but... She refers to herself as kind in this screenshot, and that would be fine, but not in this context. You see, she lacks modesty, and she thinks that her kindness means that she shouldn't be criticized. And that kindness isn't even real. It's performative. It's meant to trick people into believing that she's genuinely nice, and often, she's rude behind those people's backs anyways. Crazy, right? Here's another screenshot where she's talking about someone behind their back who's obviously going through a hard time. You see, I'm not the smartest guy, but here's my advice for the day. If someone's venting and you can't deal with it, do not do this. Just say something. It's easy to break people's trust. And this is a very, very good way of doing that. And trust me, I'm sure you would not want to do that. You see, there's another thing I need to talk about. And I only bring it up shortly because this will come up again in a later section. It's the ambiguous way she talks about having a boyfriend. You see, please edit this out, Wyatt. I'm just scrolling down. Here's the screenshots. The screenshots come up here. She's pretty quick to backtrack, huh? Ironic how she calls this guy the love of her life, right? We don't really like this person, for good reason. And this might not be as harsh as it seems. All I can say, lights out, Starseeker.
Bruh.
Isn't Elise awful, you guys? If that's not enough evidence that she's awful, we have more coming from the Irish. Actually, it's the Dutch because Cave didn't want to record his part, so Rory had to record it for him.
Bruh.
Go Cave, Rory.
So because Cave is a fucking dumbass. No. So Cave is a fucking dumbass, and like... So Cave is a fucking retard, and this is like 10 hours before the video is uploaded. And he didn't record his part, so I'm gonna have to read it off. Because, well, we're not using text-to-speech bot, because that's fucking retarded. So, in the words of Cave, hey boys, Cave here. Elise, if you're watching this, I'd just like to quote me arch fucking nemesis here. You're gonna have a bad time. And you know this is important. You know this is real because instead of farming potatoes currently, I'm writing this. Alright, so look at this here screenshot. She's attempting to act sane while displaying a super controlling and narcissistic nature. If you're her friend, she sees you as under her control, a puppet. But she tries to hide this, that this isn't how she sees your companionship. This is a main component in why I personally believe Ali is stuck in the relationship while wanting to leave. This is not confirmed, but it's likely she guilt-tripped him into staying in the old situation. More evidence for which is shown in another incriminating screenshot, where she claimed to have killed the love of her life. By saying this, he makes it very clear for Ali to escape her. He likely felt that if he did, it would leave her in a terrible mental and physical state, and didn't want her to deal with any strife. Use of such deception and manipulation is clear evidence of aforementioned narcissistic and controlling nature. So basically, what I'm saying is that she's more of a fucking lizard than a stupid gecko trying to sell me insurance. I drifted into like an Indian accent midway through. Wyatt, please! This is good. Do you want me to do it again? On my knees, dude.
I know what you're thinking. This girl couldn't get any worse, right? She can. Do y'all like fake suicides? Because I know I do. Let's talk about it with the King of Suck.
Sup nerds, this is the King of Suck, and I'm here to talk about my perspective on a forgotten discussion on Elise, and that's her fake suicide. Yeah, I know, it's a... oh, jeez, big subject. Everybody forgot about it, by the way. No, not a lot of people mention it, but that's because CBF was dying at the time. It all started when CBF was dying, actually. Billy, the owner, gave the server about 13 hours to get our affairs together, to advertise servers, make friends, etc., etc. And yeah, so Elise was advertising her server. We didn't. Well, I didn't like Elise because of her quote unquote wholesome personality at the time, so I was making fun of her. So we all knew the deal. So Rory posted the screenshot of Elise cucking Allie that he got from Jason, which was Elise's side hoe at the time. Fucking, and everybody was losing it. This wholesome quote unquote person shtick was just a sham to hide the perverted nature that she had going on behind the scenes, and so obviously Elise didn't like that. She didn't like that Rory gave me more ammunition to make fun of her with. So of course, instead of actually dealing with it like a normal person and apologizing, maybe I don't know, spacing herself away from Allie to give some time to grieve and all that stuff. But I mean, but no, she doesn't do that. She does not. She does what every single e-girl does. And she said that her life was over, and then she went offline. And that's a big thing. That's like a drastic measure. That's usually what people would say right before they kill themselves, and that's what everybody was talking about. And me being me, of course I'm gonna fucking meme about it. Of course I'm gonna joke about it and say gone or all that stuff. But so I joke about it, but I calm down a bit with the jokes, because I'm human, despite what everybody else thinks. And after that, about a minute later, I get DMs from this account called, well, at the time it was called The Platypus Controlling Me. Now it's called The Mandalorian, but same thing. So this account, right? This account is Lisa's alt. I'm just gonna get that out of the way because of how the alt account had come on so quick. Basically, the alternate account had come online right after Elise had came online and started berating me using spam calls, which was my whole shtick to annoy people with on the Cowbelly server. And main thing is, I used that on Elise, and she disliked that a lot. So literally, I just got random calls from this one account about a minute after Elise said that her life was over. He quote unquote, so he starts spam calling me. And starts using this one insult that Elise liked to use a lot. Here's the screenshots of her saying, entertain me, you are made for entertainment, entertain me, little boy. That's what Elise liked to insult me with. But in these screenshots, Mandalorian is using the same insults, saying your only purpose is to entertain, blah blah blah, etc., etc. So not only did the account come online right after she went offline, they used the same tactic I would to annoy people, and they would use the same insults that they both use. So obviously that's an alternate account. So you know what this means, right? So with the with our powers combined, we got Elise saying, faking a suicide and trying to pin the blame on me using her alt account to berate me and to belittle me, just all that stupid shit. It's so fucking stupid. It was quite the shit show, if you ask me. So yeah, to sum it all up, Elise faked suicide to make me feel bad by using her alternate account to berate me using only information she would know, hence the spam calls and all this stuff. Yeah, so anyway,
Baby Yoda, Baby Yoda, Baby Yoda, Baby Yoda.
Ruins, you'll have to edit like this part up. You'll have to like cut out some shit.
I'm not cutting out anything. It's 2 a.m. and I literally just downloaded 4 Baby Yoda images to my hard drive. Like, you don't understand. Like, I'm not even...
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty, Another reason we're like 99% sure that the Mandalorian is her alt is because this past week she took a break off of Discord, and the Mandalorian, who had not been online for like a week and a half before, was online and talking like crazy while she was gone. And now that she's back, he's not been online too much, and when he is, he's always on the phone and she's on the computer.
Bruh.
You know, Allie, you're not the coolest guy, but I really do feel bad for you. You know, because of everything that was just said. If Suck's argument didn't make you think, maybe Rory's will. He's actually reading stuff he wrote this time, not stuff that Cave wrote. Oh, okay, Rory. Do your thing.
Bruh.
Yo, it's me, Rory. God. Created the universe and shit. Pretty big deal. So, to begin with, I'll admit that prior to all the drama, I already disliked them because of their wholesome and cutesy behavior, which, you know, seemed forced to me. So I was like, yeah, they suck balls. Now, I'll admit, I also play a character, you know, but the main difference is I could break away from my character at any given time when necessary. She does despicable shit behind people's backs to the safety of her, you know, good person, fake personality and shit. So, you know, it's kind of fucked up. So, the way it started is like this. Essentially, back in November 2019, I got some intel that a bunch of shady shit was going on between, Elise and Miserloo. So, I kept bugging Miserloo about it until he gave me, well, the screenshot, which is this. And, this was like, because I already disliked Elise, this was like God presenting me the holy fucking grail. Which is just, it was finally, I had a justified reason against how I already disliked her. So now I have the screenshot. An actual reason to dislike her, apart from my own personal reasons. The ammo to my gun. So, cut to CBF dying. There's a bunch of bullshit drama going on. Everyone's revealing a bunch of shit. And Elise and Tikos are fighting in the general channel. And I'm like, hey Elise, what do you think of Jason? And she's like, I think he's quite a nice guy. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure you do. And I showed the screenshot in general, and all hell breaks loose, of course. This is a fucking, like, a pretty major thing. So, she gets exposed for not being the cutesy, wholesome person that she is, and everyone starts hating on her. Now, Ali, who also found out about this, took the blame upon himself, which is, you know, understandable, fair enough. And he goes on fucking suicide watch, which was just fucked, right? And a bunch of people help him out, and a bunch of people help Elise out, who was also upset about this, like, yeah, okay, fair, I hope you are. And in the end, both turned out okay, and they lived a long and happy, loyal relationship. Or did they? What I'm about to show you is not even a month after it all happened. Encore.
I have to explain something first. I, myself, am a bit of an accidental genius sometimes. I think of things and do them on gut instinct. Only when I need to explain myself does the reason really come out. But when I say things out loud, they make more sense. I'd informed you the other day because I was not at the fully developed reason yet. I was nice as a defense mechanism. Because when people are nice, you are nice back to them, most of the time. But when this all began, that nice back thing broke, and I was affected by it a lot. This isn't exactly me wanting to change my personality, but rather the fact that I don't want to be this laid back, I am just here to have fun, I don't give one about anyone here type of person. But I don't want to be nice sometimes and angry the next. Look bipolar. Thus, What I actually want is to just become more thick-skinned, better at being insular, all the while still being nice.
And if that isn't bad enough, we have reason to believe she's cheating again. So basically, there's this guy Distraction, right? And he's the guy who she repeatedly called master
Bruh.
in the ifunny server. Well, he left her server, and when Raja asked him why, he said it was because of a very personal conflict with Elise. And it's funny, around when he left, she took a sudden week-long break off of Discord. So basically it seems like she cheated and broke up with this guy Distraction all behind Allie's back. Now, this is all just my opinion. This is not confirmed, but it does seem that way. Oh yeah, and she put her brother in charge of the server while she was gone, and not her boyfriend, who she supposedly trusts. I just want to thank everybody for watching this video all the way through. I just want you to know, I never liked Elise. I hate her. I've always, disliked her. She is a horrible person. Yeah. So make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.
Oh, a cowboy needs a horse.
Needs a horse, needs a horse.
And a cowboy needs a hat.
Needs a hat, needs a hat.
And he ought to have a rope.
Have a rope, have a rope.
If he wants to keep riding.
Riding, riding.
Oh, a cowboy needs some boots.
Fancy boots, fancy boots.
And a set of shiny spurs.
Shiny spurs, shiny spurs. Have a song, have a song.
If he wants to keep
Riding, riding, riding.
Oh, the fence is along.